Hi everybody, I just wanted to quickly come on and show you how to make a submission to a planning permission application. So the website that you need is eplanning.ie. So that will give you all the counties in the country. You go to the one that you want, then you get to this screen. So there's a number of ways to find the one that you want. If you know the reference number, the applicant name, which can be the name of the developer's company, the address, which can sometimes be hard if they're doing a greenfield site and it doesn't technically have a proper address yet, or the development description. So for example, if you know that it's apartments or a large scale residential or whatever it is. Or you can search by map, but not all counties offer that. So if we go to planning file reference number, it's no secret why I'm making this, and I want to talk about that in a moment. So you go down there to search. Just one thing in general, if you're doing this, try to ascertain the when the application was made or when it was granted or whatever, because if you go to display all results, you'll get decades worth of results. So I'll just do search. There's my application that I want to look at. It's the Glen Bay one up in Moygaddy. I click onto it and I want to show you a couple of important things with this. So here you got your tabs and you can see the applicant, the development, that's the description of what they're applying for, and then you have the decision, and the relevant dates and things will be inputted here as time goes on. Then down here you've got these buttons, and the really, in my opinion, the important one here is view scanned files, because this brings up, you might have seen that I put up images of the development, and this is where I got them from. This is all publicly available information. So here you have the bits of the application that they put in: drainage, floor plans, landscape plans, architectural statements, childcare statements, all those kinds of things. So huge amount of documentation required to make, particularly of a development of this site. If you want to see plans on a map, it's usually in something like a layout plan, so a site layout plan that will give you, usually gives you some sort of map for you to look at. And if you want to see what the houses will look like, you go to something like elevations or design. Let me see. There should be something around elevations there. Yeah, there you go. That's got 5 files, and that will show you all the different style of houses. So please, when you're making a submission, don't copy and paste something. Have a look through them yourself. Have a look online at my social media. I did pull out what I thought were some of the key images, but copy and paste things do not, they all just become that we might as well just be one submission. It's not quantity based. Put some thought into how you feel about this. I'm going to be saying lots of positive things about it, and I'm going to be saying some things that I would like to see changed, particularly prioritizing public infrastructure, the schedule of conditions that could be applied by the councils, and that means the order in which you do things. I think it's an absolute necessity that the road be delivered in phase 1, and that nobody should move into a house until all of the road is complete. I feel very strongly about that, because otherwise all that traffic is going to come back down the Moygaddy Road, and we simply cannot have that. Just a note, in terms of traffic, this is being styled as the northeast part of the Maynooth Outer Orbital Route. This will lead directly into the Maynooth Eastern Ring Road, which leads directly into the Mullen Park Link Road, which directly links to the Straffan Road and out onto the motorway. I am interested to see what will happen, because there's a kind of chicken and egg thing around induced demand, whereas if you build more roads, people will just use roads and you'll just create more traffic. So that is a concern. However, I know that there's been engagements with the NTA. I think there has to be something kind of written down on paper that there will be bus routes from day one, giving people the option. I know that there is cycle lanes being facilitated. We need bus shelters so that people will use the bus. We want as few people to use cars and single occupancy cars as possible. It's not about emissions or anything like that. It's logistics. Maynooth is at its heart a large village, and it has sprawled out into this, 30,000 by 2030 large town. And we need to be realistic about what can be done within the town centre in terms of traffic measures. And if we are expanding the town by doing this, it's really important that we get it right. Please don't just think that more houses, great, whatever the developer wants to do, have at it. Please get involved and get active. Don't be a bystander. Don't be passive about it. You can make a considered submission, or you can say, absolutely, I agree with it 100%, or you can disagree with it, whatever it is, but please get involved and get informed. I am a councillor. I have a certain amount of soft power, I guess, but I'm one person. Everybody needs to get involved as a community, residents associations, things like that. As I've said multiple times, it's not about objecting. It's about making sure that this is done correctly and for the benefit of the existing and future communities of the town. So, just on that, I'm going to go back to how to make a submission. So click on this. This will open a new thing. You do have to make an account. I'll just show you. Log in here. That's my email if you ever want to contact me. I always try and broadcast that out as much as possible. Social media messages really don't cut through. I have all those notifications turned off on my devices, and I'm using it less and less. I'm always available to respond to an email, take a phone call, or meet you in person. So this populates the information for you. You scroll down here, and then you have submission information. So you can type out everything you want to do there, 5,000 characters, or you can upload a PDF, meaning that you can do out a huge document, which I often do, on Microsoft Word, and then I save it as a PDF. And then it is, I believe, €20. Just to make you aware, as an elected member, I get a waiver for it. So if there's something that you feel like you can't afford it, you can talk to me, and I'll see if I can include it in my submission. And then you go to pay and submit. Just one last thing before I go. I'm just conscious that I'm running into quite a long video, and I'm trying to be as accommodating for people who are maybe not as tech savvy. So test. Okay. This Microsoft Word, you go to File, you go to Save As, you go up here to Word Document, you go down to PDF, whatever the file name you want it to be, and then you click Save. And that will save it as a PDF, and then you can find that when you go back. And that's it. And that will be your democratic duty fulfilled. But please, like I said, have a look through the scanned files of things that might be of particular interest to you. There's a lot of really good things about this development. I do believe it's going to go ahead in one form or another. So it's about making sure we get it right and working for the community. I am happy to answer any questions that you have. The deadline is the 4th of May. The 4th or the 5th, yeah. So Star Wars Day. If you have anything you want help with between now and then, please get in touch with me. I'll do my best to help you. And like I said, this is for existing and future communities. Let's get it as right as we can.